Hey fellow YouTubers, thank you very much for joining me. And today what we have is a Mclain 80, a 780 to be exact, that we put in almost 10 years ago now. And sadly to say, the Mclain no longer sells these units new, but only as replacements. What's different about this installation over other installations of the 80 series is that we eschew float controls and only use the probe controls, which we find to be more reliable and require less maintenance. Because of the size of this unit, it had to be CSD1, so we had the manual reset here, which is a hydro level product of 550. And then in the space allowed, we've put a McDonnell-Miller PSE 801-120 as your operating low water cutoff. And of course, this is our sight glass here with our usual sight glass drain valve to keep that clear. We also like to mount the pressure controls above the water line and not here, as is customary and what is called for. We have 3 pressure controls. The highest one is the manual reset type. There, set fairly low. Then we have the high limit, which is a vapor stat, and it's set at 16 ounces. Right there. We have a 30-pound gauge as required by code. And we have the operating vapor stat for low, high, low firing. And we have a gauge here for monitoring the actual pressures that this operates at with an isolation valve. So we have a tease here, which can be unplugged, and you can check the pigtails as necessary during routine maintenance. We're firing with a power flame burner, a WJR 30A10, which is low, high, low. And we have the mechanism here, which modulates the air and fuel mixture with this gas valve here, which is your V406UA1131. You have your burner control, the 7800 series, RM 7800 series. It's mounted in the front. In this size of boiler, you need 2 outlets, 2 4-inch outlets, and we elected to use the drop header method of hooking them up, which allowed for greater flexibility and also drier steam. This is a fairly large vapor system. In not only does it have one Webster, this is a vent trap here, and there's another vent trap elsewhere. You see the patent date on that bad boy, and we've got our Gortons everywhere on this thing to vent it out. And this is the return trap there. I'll get a shot of that. There's your 2 check valves there. And one there. We actually replaced that one because that one was leaking. Unfortunately, it's harder to find that in that size. So let's follow the steam path. We've got the 2 outlets there. We've got union there. We've got the takeoff in 4-inch. And we actually have a king valve, which is not something we usually put in. There's the equalizer return. There is the Harford loop with the isolation valve for purging and cleaning. That's where the fresh water enters there. And then it goes back into the boiler there. A safety relief valve and skim tapping in the back with nice 2-inch tapping there for tapping. We have our VXT. Recently rebuilt the VXT. We replaced the valve completely. And it was, let's see if you can see that, zeroed it out. It's the manual bypass valve, which is the Legend S1102. I would not recommend using this. They don't hold up to the heat very well. It's very easy to overheat these guys and cause this to pass. We added an isolation valve here, a Webstone, 3/8 male by female, for maintaining this unit. It's in a pit there, which I'd rather not see, but that's how we found it. We have our top outlet, and we have a very large barometric draft regulator gas type, which is double swing, and there is the sensor there. That's 120 volts sensor, so got to be careful when you open that up for reset. Here's another shot of the return system there. So we had the VXT on this thing, and the VXT was going up, and there was no visible leaks anywhere. And we found it was actually the underground main which was leaking, and that's what we replaced just recently. So the VXT did its job. That's why you put them in. That way we can monitor any leaks to keep this thing running for another 10 years or even longer. And thank you very much, and I hope if you have any questions, please put them below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Be well.